Life is a winding road.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you see from the title of this video, we think we might have an answer as to why our house caught on fire. So let's rewind a little bit. I'm just gonna walk you through what happened. As you guys see from my last vlog, I was out shopping. We were not home. I was out at the rug store, which is like an hour away from where we live. So nobody was home. Tommy was working and it was just a regular Tuesday. On our way back, we were getting off of the exit to turn into my road. And one of our friends called my cousin and said, "Hey, is Alyssa with you?" And my cousin's like, yeah, we're together. We're heading back into town. And she was like, "I don't know how to tell you this, but Alyssa, your house is on fire." And we both looked at each other like, what? At this point, we were maybe like 2 minutes down the road. We were not far at all. So my friend was like, "The fire department's here. They're putting out the fire right now. They're about to kick down your garage door. What's the code to get in the garage? Because they're about to kick it down because they need to make sure the fire didn't go inside of the garage." I gave her the code and they were able to open it. So by the time that I showed up, there was 2 fire trucks, 3 cop cars, and like 10 people inside of our house. Firefighters outside hosing down the entire garage, making sure that the fire was contained and wasn't continuing to spread. So I was in complete shock. I'm just staring at it, trying to figure out how the heck did our garage catch on fire. So then I started looking at it, like there's no electrical stuff on that side of the wall. It was the exterior wall side of the garage. There's no outlets on that wall. It's where I hung up. If you watch my garage organization video, it's where I hung up all of my tools. It was basically just a straight wall, nothing on there besides like my tools. One of the firefighters was writing down like, the report, asking us questions, like if we smoked, if we vaped, if we threw away a candle recently, like basically asking, like these questions. And we're like, no, like we don't smoke, we don't vape. I didn't throw away a candle in the trash. Like I'm so confused as to how this fire even started. So from the looks of it, it seems like the fire started from the trash cans. So they were trying to figure out what was in the trash cans that basically set itself on fire. And let me remind you, it was like 60 degrees on this day. It was not hot at all. The sun wasn't even hitting on that side of the house. Something in the trash can set itself on fire, and luckily we have some great neighbors that called 911, and we had a few bystanders that were driving by that noticed the fire. So these 2 guys stopped, and one of them stopped to call 911 and the other one realized that my car was here because we went in my cousin's truck. So they thought that somebody was home, and because the garage is connected to the house was filling up with smoke. So they thought that somebody was home. So he came to the back door and he broke down our back door to come inside to make sure that nobody was inside. And I thank God for that, man, because what if we were home and what if, we were passed out or something from, we didn't know what was going on, or what if we were sleeping? I don't know, like so many things could have happened if we were actually home. So I'm grateful that we were not home, even though, it was at the expense of our back door. That can be replaced, no problem, but he wanted to make sure that there was nobody in the house. But at the same time he did that, he went and grabbed our hose, hooked up our hose, and he started actually hosing down the fire and was able to keep it from growing until the fire department got here with their hoses and were able to like eventually completely contain the fire and put it out. I don't even know his name, but he saved our house. Basically, he saved our house, because if he would have at least attempted to put out the fire, it would have spread very quickly to the garage, and the wall that the fire was on is where all of my paints, my stains, my paint strippers, basically all the flammables that we have in the house are on that side of the wall, and it was maybe like 2 feet away from hitting all that stuff. So that could have been very bad, like very, very bad. So I'm so grateful to this man, and I don't even know his name. So once the fire was out and everything was settled, they started like investigating, trying to figure out where the source of the fire came from. They all came to the consensus that it started in the trash cans, because the trash cans were completely melted. All that was left was maybe 1 wheel of the trash cans. But the crazy thing is, our trash days are Mondays, and this happened on a Tuesday. So we only had like 2 bags of trash inside of those trash bins. And then they started looking around the garage and they seen all my paints and my stains, and they asked, by any chance did you throw away a stained rag within the last few days? I was like, within the last few days, no, But within the last like week or so, yeah, I probably did throw away a stained rag. Because the stain that I use is oil-based, that can set itself on fire. So it is not 100% certain that that was the cause, because the day before was trash day and the only thing that was in there was the trash that we had from inside of the house. So, and I don't throw the rags inside of the house. And so let me just read you guys this, because I had no idea that this was actually a thing. Clearly something from me being an amateur at, you know, doing my projects and doing things like that, and me not doing like full research on how to properly dispose stained rags. I didn't even think that it was like a hazard like that unless it got caught on fire by something that was already on fire, not it setting itself on fire. Anyways, and I'm gonna post a picture here somewhere on the screen so that you guys can see that this is actually a thing and learn from my mistake. Preventing spontaneous combustion of oil-soaked rags. The most common type of spontaneous combustion fires are those caused by improperly disposed of oil and stain-soaked rags. Examples of these products are oil-based paints and stains, teak and linseed oils, varnishes and polyurethane, paint thinners, etc. Spontaneous combustion of oil rags occurs when a rag or cloth is slowly heated to its ignition point through oxidation. A substance will begin to release heat as it oxidizes. If this heat has no way to escape, like in a pile, the temperature will raise to a level high enough to ignite the oil and ignite the rag or cloth. The fire from this can spread quickly to other combustibles and cause great damage to your home or property. So basically, if this was the case and that is the reason why the trash can caught on fire, then now I know that whenever I do a project, a with stain, paint, or whatever, I have to put whatever rags that I use inside of a Ziploc bag and fill it up with water before I put it in the trash. It's so crazy to me, especially because the day before was trash day and it was not even 60 degrees outside. So how the heck does this thing get so hot that it sets itself on fire on a day that it wasn't even hot? I don't know, you guys. It's still up in the air. Other options could be that it was unintentionally set by someone else. We don't know. But we have recently gotten cameras all over our house, so now we can keep an eye on our house at all times. And if, God forbid, anything else like this happens, we will know exactly how it happened and we'll be able to see it for ourselves, and there will be no question about how it started. I just wanted to share that with you guys because that was definitely a learning experience for me, and I thank God that it did not take our whole house with it. And yeah, and I wanted to be transparent that clearly I'm still learning this stuff, and I've only been doing this for like a year and I have never heard of that. So now that I know, I am going to be properly disposing all the rags that I use to make sure that this never happens again. The next thing to learn from it is to not have your trash cans attached to your house. So if we would have had the trash cans where we normally have the trash cans, which is along the fence, then it probably just would have been contained to just the fence and not our house. We already had the home inspector come out and evaluate the damages, and we had our car insurance come and evaluate the damages as well, because my car was pretty close to the garage and all of like the debris from the fire landed on my hood and damaged my hood, so we're gonna have to get that fixed too. So it's just been a crazy week, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for all your sweet messages and for writing to us. We're okay, we're good, our living space home is perfectly fine. I love you guys. As always, I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.